Hello everyone, my name is Mac, and this is my introduction video for Dreamweaver audiobooks on Patreon. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's a place where people can support creators whose work they enjoy and who they want to encourage and help out so they can continue doing the work that the patron enjoys. In that small way, those contributions that the fans can make, small payments to the artist, can make a really, really big difference in the artist's life. Can allow them to keep doing what they've been doing, or to start doing what they're doing. In exchange for this support, though, usually the artist, the creator, will give his or her patron some kind of reward. It's tiers, different tiers of rewards usually, special access or special thank you items or copies of what they do. So that being said, what I'm doing is a little different. I'm trying to fulfill a very old dream. And well, you know what, actually, before we get into that, a little background on me, so you know who you're listening to. I was a truck driver for over 30 years, but I've been writing stories my entire life. My favorite part of being a truck driver was other than the paycheck, of course, was the audiobooks. I absorbed hundreds of books in that manner. Often I'd finish a whole book in one long day behind the wheel. Now, between the books and the truck stops, I would imagine my life as a world-class writer, or just a working writer, teller of tales, dreamweaver, if you will. And unfortunately, like so many others, I would tell myself, well, pretty soon I'll find time to write, and pretty soon I'll get published, and someday I'll be a working writer, by gosh. Now, it's kind of remarkable how often dreams have to be put in the back seat when the fridge is empty or the rent is late. Once I was able to start really setting down and trying to do the work, do the writing, finish some of the hundreds of stories I'd started, I hated the whole idea of traditional publishing. You know what I mean. The submitting the work, studying various options for editors and publishers, waiting for somebody to somewhere jump out of their seat and say, "It's just great, kid. You're going to be a star." Nah, not for me. I never even tried to sell one of my stories due to the ordeal I imagined it was going to be. So, one day, whilst crossing the country once again and loving the book I was listening to, I began imagining building my own little recording studio and performing my own stories. And so that's exactly what I've done. It turned out to be much harder than I imagined, folks. Recording and editing a good story is tough. Very tough and time consuming. Even, novella length stories like the ones I'm going to be posting on here take a ton of work. But I did it. I got one in the can. It's ready to go. And that brings us to you, my dear potential patron. Now, if you'll look below or above, I'm not sure where it's at on the page, somewhere on here, there's the tiers. The 3 tiers of support, rewarded support that start at $5 a month. Every supporter gets the audiobook. Everybody does. That's job one. The streaming audiobook is the primary thing. But at the higher tiers, $10 and $20, you get a bunch of other great stuff. I'll let you look at all that yourself, because I just looked at the time and realized this is becoming a very long audio video. So, if you want a couple of samples of audio before deciding to hit the all-important Become a Patron button, please jump over to my website. I created a companion website just for this. It's called dreamweaveraudiobooks.com. All one word, dreamweaveraudiobooks.com. So check it out. There's a couple of samples of this first audiobook, From Ash to Oak. And I really hope you will join me on this journey. I've got so many stories to tell, and with your help, I can do exactly that. So thank you so much for your time and for caring about the arts. And listen up, children. It's story time. Thanks.